afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the National Intel Report. I'm your host, John Stadtmiller. We're with you today. It's Tuesday, and if it's Tuesday, that means it's the special edition of the National Intel Report on this 4th of August, 2009. Coming up next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'm glad that Tom DeWeese of the American Policy Center, Freedom21.org is the website, or American Policy Center. I think it's org, yeah. We're going to be doing this up in Oklahoma City. Well, actually, right on the outskirts of Oklahoma City. And my friend John Stokes up there in Kalispell, Montana, he got a little radio station up there, 600 AM. He's going to be streaming this thing. Gary Franchi from Republic Magazine and the crew, they're going to be doing actually a video streaming. And I haven't talked to Gary about this as to the mechanics of it, but I'll tell you what, this is the first time that conference in its 10-year history, this is the 10th anniversary, in its 10-year history, will be made available to the public. But we're going to do the audio, and I do believe I'm going to stream it off of the network here. Do we have that technology, Mr. Producer? Yes, we do. So we are probably going to do that as well. Very exciting stuff. There's a lot of people that are kind of getting in a cooperative spirit. I think the times necessitate cooperation because, well, I, for one, I'm straining my ears to hear that other shoe hit the ground. Bob Chapman. Come in, Bob Chapman.
Coming in 5 by 5.
And how are we, sir? Are you in good health? Roots?
I am in perfect health. I am happy to report, and I hope you and Robbie are as well.
Well, let's check in with Mr. Noel, Scottsdale, Arizona. Do we have a Robbie Noel out there?
Yes, we do.
Hey, Robbie, how are you doing?
Any day the miners move up, we all have a good day.
Should have moved out more than I did.
I'm not complaining. $1 a day is all we need, Bob.
Well, that's true, and we've got a great start this week. I'm sure that the people who bought your special last week and the week before are happy because they certainly bought cheaper than the prices are today.
Yes. Today, last week, what was it? $260 for a British sovereign. Today, $276.
There you go. Save $16 by listening to Robbie Noel.
Well, and I've also twisted his arm. That snapping sound that you saw or heard, that was Robbie's arm breaking.
I thought it was his crutch.
No, he was having dental work done. I twisted his arm hard enough. We now have, what do you call those, boxes, cases? What is that stuff, Robbie?
Yeah, we have, actually we have 2 types of silver today. Not part of the Bob Chapman special, but we have monster boxes of Silver Eagles. And actually got the supplier to break down bags of silver. So we'll be able to offer half bags of silver today as well.
Happy times are here again. That's the poor man's gold, just in case you listeners out there care, and I'm sure that you do. We'll be right back with the crew right after this. By the way, Mr. Noel, did you thank KTAE 1330 for carrying your program?
Yes, I did.
Well, and
a number of times.
Well, and I did as well, but I'll thank them once again. By the way, do you know where that signal goes to?
I have absolutely no idea.
The largest U.S. military base on the planet. Up there in Killeen,
Actually,
Texas.
I got a very complimentary email from a lieutenant serving in Iraq who listens faithfully to the show with Charles Carlson every Wednesday.
Really?
Yep.
Well, we appreciate our service people, and guys, if anybody's listening to this program over there in the Middle East, we do support you, and I'll tell you how we support you. We want to get you the hell out of there. Okay? We want you home. God, how many tours have they had to do? And then Napolitano from the DHS making the suggestion that these people could be terrorists, they could be radicalized in the anti-government movement in this country. But what are they over there supposedly fighting for, Robbie?
I don't know, but the reports out of Afghanistan are not good.
No, they're not. Oh, but here's good news.
But nobody's paying any attention to Afghanistan anymore.
No. Well, we're too busy gearing up for the foray going into Iran. Did you see this? That there was from the Debka file. Supposedly there was some high-level meetings going on with Israel, and we've been given the lead for Iran.
Oh, look, there's something going. There's something. Maybe Bob knows something about this, but there's something going on in the Middle East, especially in Saudi Arabia. Prince Bandar. You been following that, Bob? You been hearing about the coup? He's been placed under house arrest.
No, I had not heard that.
Prince Bandar, during the Bush administration, was the ambassador for Saudi Arabia in the U.S. He'd been the ambassador here for a decade. And apparently there's some trouble going on in Saudi Arabia. Apparently he was planning a coup of the Saudi royal family.
Well, he's very close to the Illuminists who run our country, so I imagine that if that's what he did, they'll chop his head off.
Well, this is the information, Bob, that I've gotten on this deal here with Israel. A week-long U.S.-Israeli marathon in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv ended Thursday, July 30th. That was the platform for the Obama administration's first unveiling of the new U.S. diplomatic military program for Iran and its nuclear threat. You know, the one that doesn't exist. Debka files military intelligence sources disclosed. They're talking about a 3-staged program that was presented by U.S. Defense Secretary Robert Gates and National Security Advisor James Jones to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Ehud Barak, and wasn't he brought up on some sort of charges over there?
Yeah, and they're charging him with fraud.
Yeah, but he's the defense minister.
No, Lieberman. I'm thinking of the foreign minister.
Right. Well, and the chief of staff, Lieutenant General Gabi, and I kid you not, Ashkenazi. Mossad chief Meir Dagan and military intelligence head Amos Yadlin. And they're talking about 3 steps for thwarting Iran's drive for the nuclear bomb. But any military action, the United States is to take the lead, not Israel.
Well, you do know there's 25 congressmen began a 6-day trip to Israel started yesterday.
Who paid for it?
Oh, hello. Look in the mirror.
Well, I could make a comment there, but my wife would slap me upside the head.
I mean, that's the largest contingent ever of U.S. congressmen to go to Israel.
When your taxpayer dollars have to be spent on something.
Yeah. Well, I guess they don't want to have town hall meetings talking about health care.
Well, if they had disruptions like that, they'd probably shoot them all, just like they do the Palestinians.
Hey, I've got a Lloyd Doggett, bless his little democratic socialist soul, down here in Austin a couple of days ago. He did one of these town hall meetings, and about 150 people showed up and shouted his little butt right out of town. And it was on the health care thing. And I'll tell you what, the longer this drags out, the better it is for you and I. Because, again, as Robbie's statement, look in the mirror, taxpayers on the hook for everything now. We're going to borrow our way into prosperity. Hey, Robbie, you got a couple $100,000 you can loan me? I guarantee you it'll make you feel good.
Yeah. I'll send you a check.
Yeah. Just don't drop it. It'll bounce and hit the ceiling, right?
By the way, you know that the sheriff in Birmingham, Alabama, says he may be having to call out the National Guard to maintain order there. Apparently, budget cuts have decimated the sheriff's department. This was just reported by AP.
By the way, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to have Richie Mack on the program Thursday. And Richie has been getting some traction again, and I'm glad because he was just on Fox Television, Judge Napolitano,
Yes.
about his new book, and he has been all over the country. And here it is, folks. The solution to our problem is in our backyards, and that's with the county sheriffs. And I can hear people groaning right now. Yeah, we know that there's some county sheriffs out there that are ex-chief of police, the little administrators that they are, that wouldn't know the Constitution from a roll of toilet paper. Yes, we know. But here's an opportunity for really grassroots people out there that know the law, the Constitution, states' rights, sovereignty, the whole 9 yards.